Vermont, a rich history. Even TR stopped in Rutland by train to address voters on his run for president. Quote from Bellows Fall's speech, he said, "It is in such a neighborhood as this that we have the right to expect the development of those traits of character which we wish to think of as typically American." From marble to maples, Main Street of Rutland has seen through the decades a great deal of change. A charmed enclave of commercial businesses that help define the meaning of small-town USA, made famous by artists like Norman Rockwell and others who painted urban and rural America with an idyllic flair. Rutland and the entire state never failed to attract folks to its lush green mountains for the explosion of pastels and haunted autumn, to the rumblings of the Vermont railways and quiet farmlands, to the allure of bitter winter, all symbols of rugged northern New England. Vermont, the beckoning country, was the ad campaign for tourism in the late 1960s and 70s when skiing, as it still is today, was the main attraction. Presently, Rutland, Vermont is transforming once again. The bad press the town received in 2010 suggesting the Rut Vegas tag that nothing ever happens there and that we're overrun by illicit drugs eroded much of the goodwill the city once had. A Main Street sculpture of a dog on an invisible leash sending the message, even if you can't see the leash, it doesn't mean you're not stuck, need not be the reality of our town. On Pleasant and Madison Streets, a cozy house sits atop a hill. The PCC of Rutland County is on the cutting edge of social service change with its message, removing the barriers that perpetuate poverty. And like the city itself, our families and participants are us. The new Parent-Child Center, diverse and innovative. And with next year's opening of a brand new two-gen center called ONE PCC Place, located on Chaplin Avenue in Rutland, we're looking forward to meeting and exceeding all expectations of those families we serve within and without Rutland County. One word that describes what it's like to work for the new Parent-Child Center of Rutland County, Ted.
It's intense.
I mean, you were able to pull it all together really well at Learning Together. You know, being young in high school and pregnant.
Yeah.
Why do you think you were the most focused?
Because I know what I wanted in life and I wasn't going to let it stop me just because I was a teenager having a baby.
Mm-hmm. The laughter's great.
Yeah.
I love your smile.
Can't even see it.
I can see your smile in your eyes. It's in your eyes. It's not just your mouth, it's your heart.
True.
So challenging parents and their children, what makes you so good at working with them when they have concerns?
I definitely had a tough childhood. You know, single mom, worked all the time, struggled a lot. So we knew what it was like to eat from food banks and struggle, get help from families to buy diapers and food and wipes and whatever we need. So I know what it's like, not only for the parents to struggle, but for the kids. I know what it feels like to them, even as young. They can sense parents don't know where the next meal is coming from or anything like that. So when I see the parents, like I just know the look in the eye from my mom growing up. So when we see that, I always know something's going on and just talk to them more, figure out what they need, how we can help them get it. I'm currently working in the 1 to 2 year old tiny tot room at the Chaplin site in Rutland, and it's by far my favorite job that I've ever had.
And that would be the ECE.
Yes.
Early Childhood Education. So are you excited about ONE PCC Place, all of our services under the Rutland County Parent-Child Center in this area being up on Chaplin in the white building and the red building?
That'll make everything a lot easier.
How so? How do you think it's going to make things easier for clients?
Well, a lot of our parents are clients, you know, so all just being able to go to one place after they drop their kids off, staying right on site, going across the parking lot to fill out whatever they need to. Living together, being there, and then their kids being at the daycare, it'll make it a lot easier on them. Because I know that was one of my hardest things, was sending my son off to daycare. So I graduated in 2020 amidst a pandemic, which completely changed my senior year, even though it had already changed to begin with. When I graduated, I was working full-time at Five Guys. I wanted something different. I knew I always wanted to work with kids. And Mary came in one day. She said, "You were hiring." And then she got me in, and I absolutely love it.
About how the rainbow table is still there.
So the rainbow table, me and another student had made probably 2-3 months before we had left because of COVID. And then we let it dry. We flipped the table back over, and I was surprised to see that it's still like this.
Lentil soup.
Lentil soup.
Lentil soup.
All things come down to lentil soup.
Yay or nay on the lentil soup?
Nope,
You like what you like?
I do.
So, did you ever think that after graduating with a high school diploma, not a GED equivalency from our Learning Together program, that you would one day be working for the ED that was overseeing that program 2 years ago?
No, I did not. I did always want to work with kids. Before I got pregnant in high school, I was in a preschool program, so I worked with preschoolers. So I knew it was always something I wanted to do, but I just figured it was going to be down the road once my son was in school. I was going to go to college, get my diploma, and I really wanted to become a social worker. That was something I always wanted to do, so.
And what would be some advice, like one or two things, for any other young woman who's pregnant, looking for services, looking for an education, looking to graduate high school? What would you say to them about coming to the new PCC of Rutland County?
Definitely do it. They help so much. They worked with my schedule around work. When I was in high school still, we made it work. And don't let it stop you. Just because you're a kid, you can still do whatever you want with your life.
So Mary, as the executive director of the new Parent-Child Center, why are you a rogue social worker?
Because when I needed social work services, I often found that I couldn't get what I needed for me and my family. And so I wanted to create systems that were easier for people to navigate. We talked earlier about the OWL, and the OWL is transformative. I think that the Chaplin site with the $1.4 million in USDA loans and grants is going to be one PCC place where everybody can come to one place regardless of their socioeconomic background and get everything that they need to have their best life.
So Mary, when can we expect a grand opening of ONE PCC Place?
We're looking forward to opening in spring of 2022.
So this is the staircase that's going to be moved to a different spot for admin upstairs. But I heard that one of the great benefits of ONE PCC Place is that all the departments are going to be here. How many?
So ONE PCC Place is one place for everything. We have early childhood education. We have a alternative high school for pregnant parenting and at-risk youth. We have a beautiful state-of-the-art pantry. We have a gathering room where the philosophy is the coffee and the soup is always on. So soup is always on here. We have coffee and soup, salad for community members. We have children's integrated services where we're providing in-house, in a living room setting, therapies for children who have any developmental delays. We have an infant development room for infants and parents who want to come to school and learn
So
together.
basically, from what I hear, is that's going to be a one-stop shop.
One-stop shop, everything on one campus. We have meditation gardens, a beautiful porch. We worked really closely with our architect to ensure that the traffic patterns, that the sidewalks, that the crosswalks are all family-friendly, child-friendly. And that was our goal, was to ensure security.